Hey guys, welcome back. It is a big game to kick off the last weekend of the preparation series with the Sharks going up against the Bulls. It's going to be a massive one. If we do look at the squads a bit later, you'll see there's a couple of twists though to the story. The Sharks 1 from 3 so far in the preparation series, so not as good on paper, but last weekend they came very close to actually getting a win. They had a massive game against the Lions last week. The score was 40-43, so losing there by 3 points. The Bulls last weekend, they got their third win from 3 games, beating the Stormers by 5 points. Also a twist to that story because we all saw how that ended with Augustus falling over the line and dropping the ball instead of placing it down to score a try close to the poles and maybe winning it for the Stormers. Still can't talk about it too much, but anyway, so the Bulls won that game. Was it luck? Was it by fighting back? Was it by a bit of resilience? Who knows? But let's look at the squads in this game. If we do look at the squads, there's a lot of changes for both sides. So it is new teams playing up against each other basically. Up in the front rows, it is 2 new front rows for both sides with Oxenchair and Thomas du Toit. That's 2 Springboks for the Sharks. That's going to improve their scrum. As for the Bulls, also bringing in 2 Springboks with Koboka and Van der Merwe in there. Marcel van der Merwe has been struggling at scrum time though since moving back to the Bulls. So you have to take that as a side note as well. Thomas Toy and Oxenchair, they've been in good form all year long. Then at the hookers, Faze Mbata, he comes in at number 2. Erasmus also gets a game time at number 2 as well for the Bulls. I thought the hooker that played last week, for some reason I can't get his name, I think it's Joe Van Sale. He played very well last week off of the back of the maul. The Bulls, they do strive to have a very good maul. They do score a lot of their points, most of their points from mauls. So the Sharks will have to look out for that as well this week around. When we get to the number 4 and 5, there's 2 Van Heerdens coming in for the Sharks. They are up against Ace and Swanepoel. That's going to be a tough line-out call to make because Van Heerdens, both of them, are playing their first preparation series game this week around. Swanepoel moves from 4 to 5 this week, and Ace comes in at number 4. Then we get a big name for the Sharks to bring in Kulisi for his first game at his new club after moving there from the Stormers where he played for 4 years. It's probably a time for him to show what he's still made of. Yes, his form hasn't been the best of late. There's been a lot of injuries that has disrupted his form at the Stormers and a lot of other things that has kind of halted his progress. So it is time for him to get back to that. But the Sharks said they do have a plan for him to get back to his form that actually made him become a Springbok in the start. Werner Ghost, that's a guy to look out for. A lot of guys are telling me to look out for him building his career with the Bulls. Then Henko Venter at number 7 versus Timagaba. Both of them not in the best form at the moment. Both of them still kind of building on their form. At number 8, Nizam Kar, brilliant form this season or this preparation series as the captain for the Bulls, while there's a lot of flankers injured for the Bulls, so he has taken the opportunity and really leading from the front. Noche, we know what he can do. Probably not in the best form he's ever been in, but still a dangerous guy at the back of a ruck. Then we get number 9, Zak Burger. He is finding his feet with his new team, and how better to do that with a guy like Morne Steyn, a guy that he probably idolized or had posters of or something like that on his wall. He is having a partnership with him. He can learn a lot from Morne Steyn. So Zak Burger, he's having a big game, but he's up against a prodigy in his own right with Jaden Hendrikse. I think he got his 21st birthday this weekend, or this week that's now passed. He's really been in good form. He's the number 1 choice at the Sharks at the moment in scrum half. Then we get Boeta Chamberlain. He didn't have the best of games last week at the Sharks, but you can also say they did score a lot of tries with him at number 10 as well. At number 12, we have Marius Louw coming in. That's actually a bit of a shock because I thought Jonker did pretty well at number 12. He reminded me of a Ruan Janssen van Rensburg or someone in that type of body shape, and he had the same kind of running as well, a kind of offloads as well. He's quite quick as well. So Marius Louw takes over that jersey, but he is a strong runner and strong tackler as well. He joins Lucanio Am, the captain of the Sharks team, and he will want to lead that defense from the front because their defense wasn't at the best it could be. I mean, if you leak 43 points, your defense isn't what it should be. David Kellerman and then Potgieter is the new center combination for the Bulls this week. At the wingers, there's exciting news with Nkosi coming back into the starting team for the Sharks. He joins Penke, who also joined the team for the first time last week after a lot of these players, they were in the conditioning squad, so a lot of them kind of worked on their conditioning to rebuild towards being in very competitive rugby. Tamboy at number 14, who's been quite exciting for the Bulls so far, playing against his previous team that he didn't play a lot of rugby for. He'll want to do something against them, probably want to score a try or two against them. Apollos at number 11, Richard Kriel. I was actually quite surprised by how good he played at 15 last week. Quite surprised at how similar he does play to his twin brother. Anthony Volmonk at number 15 for the Sharks will also want to do his best at number 15. Getting to the benches, the Sharks, whole new bench there. The Bulls, almost a whole new bench there. When you get to the front row, Kieran van Vieren, Majola and Hubert Meyer, or John Hubert Meyer, that's a very good front row to bring on. Kieran van Vieren, I always say that's probably their best hooker that they do have in the squad. Hubert Meyer, we've seen how good he has scrummed so far this preparation series. Janko Eys, he's on the bench as the hooker for the Bulls. We'll see what he does this week. Jacques van Rooyen at the props, joined by Mornay Smith. That's been a good combination as well. Then for the Sharks, they have other big names in the form of JJ van der Mesht, quite literally a big name. Pepsi Buthelezi, Sanele Nohamba, who is still finding his form after Hendrikse has kind of dethroned him from the 9 position. Reinhard Jonker, like I said, big guy to look out for in the centers. And then Fassi rounding out the bench. For the bench for the Bulls, the big names to look out for, not many. It is quite an inexperienced bench they do have there. But guys like Keegan Johannes, he's in good form in this preparation series. Especially that game they did play against the EP Elephants. He scored a couple of tries. Clinton Swart as well. He has to prove himself because there is rumors of him having to leave the squad because of just having too much competition at the number 12 jersey. Guys, making a prediction here, a lot of people would probably back the Bulls to have 4 from 4. If you look at the 2 starting squads, the Sharks do have a brilliant squad. They're probably the best squad, a lot of senior players there. Where the Bulls, they don't have a lot of senior players in their squad. So for me, if the Sharks do lose this one, it will be quite humiliating actually. So the Sharks to win this one by 10 points. Let me know your prediction down in the comments below. Also, check out these videos next to me. Hit the subscribe button if you do like the channel. And then I'll see you for the next one. Cheers.